Photoshop can do. 1. Manipulate objects in the Adobe Bridge. This new generation of file browser enables you to look at photographs and artwork in detail before you open the file, process multiple camera raw images, flip through pages in PDF documents, size and rate and organize your work in a convenient and highly user-friendly way. 2. Get rid of imperfections with the Spot Healing Brush. The Spot Healing Brush enables you to get rid of slight imperfections, like dust or scratches at the click of a mouse. Unlike the Healing Brush or Patch tools, you don't have to find a source point first. 3. Remove red eye in an instant. With older versions of Photoshop, removing red eye and pet eye was possible, but it wasn't easy. Now, one click of the red eye removal tool can remove pet eye and red eye from your photographs. 4. Perform non-destructive scaling with smart objects. You know how it is. You try to make an imported object larger, and it goes all blurry and pixelated. With smart objects, that's a thing of the past, because you can scale, warp, and rotate vector graphics in a non-destructive way. 5. Cool perspective with Vanishing Point. With Vanishing Point, you can cut and paste in perspective. Now you're able to turn a photograph of a wall into a virtual art gallery with all the pictures correctly skewed, or move a window from one side of the building to another, and because the perspective is correct, have it look like it's always been there. You can also draw lines that taper off into the distance, wide nearest the camera, narrow further away, just like in real life. 6. Get more accurate printing. With Photoshop, the people at Adobe have improved the printing workflow. Now it's even easier to configure your inkjet printer to get more accurate color printing. 7. Customize menus and workspaces. Photoshop lets you highlight commonly used menu items and set up custom menus and workspaces. Now, all the power of Photoshop is at your command and can be tailored to your requirements. 8. See what each font looks like before you use it. Photoshop gets a "what you see is what you get" font drop-down menu. Now you don't have to keep text highlighted while you cycle through all the fonts until you get to the right one. 9. Manipulate images with Image Warp. Image Warp allows you to bend, peel, and stretch images the same way as type. Now you can put an image on a mug or soda can with ease. 10. See video graphics while you're doing them. With Photoshop, you can preview your images on a video monitor directly from the software and see exactly how they're going to look in your video, even if your editing software is on a different computer. Video 2. Navigation and resolution. Zooming an image. Do any of the following. Select the Zoom tool and click either the Zoom In or Zoom Out button in the options bar. Then click the area you want to zoom in or out. Select the Zoom tool. The pointer becomes a magnifying glass with a plus sign in its center. Click the center of the area that you want to magnify. Hold down Alt in Windows or Option in Mac OS and click the center of the area that you want to reduce. Select the Zoom tool and then click-hold in the image for a continuous motion smooth zoom in. Alt-click-hold in Windows or Option-click-hold in Mac OS to continuously zoom out. Select the Zoom tool and drag a dotted rectangle marquee around the area you want to magnify. To move the marquee around the artwork, hold down the spacebar and continue dragging until the marquee is in the desired location. Choose View, Zoom In, or View, Zoom Out. The Zoom In or Zoom Out command becomes unavailable when the maximum image magnification or reduction is reached. Set the zoom level at the lower left corner of the document window or in the navigator panel. Scrolling and panning. Use the window scroll bars. Select the hand tool and drag the pan over the image. To use the hand tool while another tool is selected, hold down the spacebar as you drag the image. Change pixel dimensions of an image. Changing an image's pixel dimensions affects not only its on-screen size, but also its image quality and its printed characteristics, either its printed dimensions or its image resolution. 1. Choose image size. 2. To maintain the current ratio of pixel width to pixel height, select Constrain Proportions. This option automatically updates the width as you change the height and vice versa. 3. Under Pixel Dimensions, enter values for width and height. To enter values as percentages of the current dimensions, choose % as the unit of measurement. The new file size for the image appears at the top of the Image Size dialog box, with the old file size in parentheses. 4. Make sure that Resample Image is selected, and choose an interpolation method. 5. If your image has layers with styles applied to them, select Scale Styles to scale the effects in the resized image. This option is available only if you select Constrain Proportions. 6. When you finish setting options, click OK. Determine a suggested resolution for an image. If you plan to print your image using a halftone screen, the range of suitable image resolutions depends on the screen frequency of your output device. Photoshop can determine a recommended image resolution based on the screen frequency of your output device. 1. Choose image size. 2. Click Auto. 3. For screen, enter the screen frequency for the output device. If necessary, choose a different unit of measurement. Note that the screen value is used only to calculate the image resolution, not to set the screen for printing. 4. For quality, select an option. Draft produces a resolution that is the same as the screen frequency, no lower than 72 pixels per inch. Good produces a resolution 1.5 times the screen frequency. Best produces a resolution 2 times the screen frequency. View the print size on screen. Do one of the following. Choose View, Print Size. The hand tool or zoom tool and click Print Size in the options bar. Resampling. Resampling is changing the amount of image data as you choose either the pixel dimensions or the resolution of an image. When you downsample, decrease the number of pixels, information is deleted from the image. When you resample up, increase the number of pixels or upsample, new pixels are added. You specify an interpolation method to determine how pixels are added or deleted. Keep in mind that resampling can result in poorer image quality. Nearest neighbor. A fast but less precise method that replicates the pixels in an image. This method is for use with illustrations containing edges that are not anti-aliased, to preserve hard edges and produce a smaller file. However, this method can produce jagged effects, which become apparent when you distort or scale an image or perform multiple manipulations on a selection. Bilinear. A method that adds pixels by averaging the color values of surrounding pixels. It produces medium quality results. Bicubic. A slower but more precise method based on an examination of the values of the surrounding pixels. Using more complex calculations, bicubic produces smoother tonal gradations than nearest neighbor or bilinear. Bicubic smoother. A good method for enlarging images based on bicubic interpolation, but designed to produce smoother results. Bicubic sharper. A good method for reducing the size of an image based on bicubic interpolation with enhanced sharpening. This method maintains the detail in a resampled image. If bicubic sharper over-sharpens some areas of an image, try using bicubic. Use the navigator panel. You use the navigator panel to quickly change the view of your artwork using a thumbnail display. The colored box in the navigator, called the proxy view area, corresponds to the currently viewable area in the window. Do one or more of the following. To display the navigator panel, select Window, Navigator. To change the magnification, type a value in the text box. Click the Zoom Out or Zoom In button, or drag the zoom slider. To move the view of an image, drag the proxy view area in the image thumbnail. You can also click the image thumbnail to designate the viewable area. To change the color of the proxy view area, select Panel Options from the panel menu. Select a preset color from the Color pop-up menu, or click the color box to choose a custom color.